I don't know if you subscribe to the principle of monkey see, monkey do, but if you can get another chair or something, that would be really great. If you can't, don't worry, we'll try to work around it. But having, as you can see here, I've got something to put my legs on. It could be exactly the same as the chair you're sitting on or some kind of prop. So just setting up your environment, and it may even be you want a nice cozy blanket. I have one for my feet, so it's not so cold. So setting your space for coziness. And perhaps you do have a window that you can look out of and appreciate the coziness of the moment by looking at the brisk chilliness of the world outside and the beauty of the world outside. So I'm kind of letting the eyes soften so that you can look far out, and that'll automatically relax your eyes. And it may indeed also deepen your breath. You know, when we're looking at things close up, we tend to perhaps grip the breath. So let your gaze or your drishti in yoga be very soft. Perhaps you have that window, snowy view. Settling into the moment. Breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. And breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I breathe in deeply. So finding that lovely fullness of breath, feeling the ribs, the belly, the chest, all moving. To take in this moment. And you can bring the hands to the heart center, setting yourself perhaps an intention for today. You know, maybe I want to feel cozy. I don't know. I want to feel healthy. What is it I need today? And may movement be your blessing to find whatever your intention is. And begin to lean forwards and send your intention out far and wide, spread out. A little lift up of the chest. And exhaling, coming all the way back and bringing that intention all the way back in. So there's a hinging forward, breathing in as you come forward. Breathe out as you feel that expansiveness. Maybe just lifting the chin. Breathing in, draw forward. Breathing out, bring it back into the heart. Breathing in, send your intention forwards. Breathing out as you come back up. And bringing the hands back to heart center. Fantastic. So we'll put the hands to the legs now, take the feet just that little bit wider and move your whole body into something interesting. So if anyone came in late or has any fresh ideas, if you heard before, maybe using a second chair or stool or some kind of surface for good stretching later. Let's go the other direction. And we can feel perhaps a little bit of pelvic activity. If your sit bones are transferring weight, moving, then we've got the pelvis activated, your root chakra. And then we'll take a little walk in the chair, your magic sitting bones, like little feet, walking back and forth. Relax your shoulders as you do that. So nice and easy, feeling your butt lift as you walk. And then coming to the front of the chair. So you're perched just onto the edge of the chair, and it'll give us a little bit more range of motion now to do our cat and cow, seated cat and cow. We'll begin with cat, hands to the legs, round your back, chin down, and even hands to knees. Oh. Breath in, lift and arch. And exhale, tail hugs forward, chin down. Breathing in, tail back, chin up. And breathing out, Chin down, tail forward. Take a few rounds, letting the body follow the waves of the breath. Sensing lovely ease and smoothness in the motion of your spinal joints. Lovely. All right, coming back up to center. So that's a nice little bit of flexion and extension to begin. Let's move into some lateral flexion. That means side bending. Go into the side, lateral flexion. Nice and simple, just a little more one side then the other, and then we'll hold it on one side, hold it, and so if you're to the left, roll your right shoulder. And roll. You can always hold the chair to give you a little extra steadiness. Good. We're coming up. Going to the other side. Hold it there and roll the opposite shoulder. Don't forget to follow your breath. Lovely. Come back into center. So this time we'll begin a little rotation. I'm going to put hands on the legs and glide one hand to the knee while the other hand comes back toward the hip joint, and then do the same on the other side. And you'll notice, I hope, that you naturally can use that as a springboard for some rotation. And now warming up, getting blood flowing off those beautiful spinal joints. We'll pause on one side and take a few breaths in this spinal twist. Gentle spinal twist, easy breaths. Slide back to center and slide the hands so you can twist into the opposite direction. And enjoy those massaging breaths into your abdominal organs. And of course, also massaging your lungs and your heart with breath. Good, coming back into center. Lovely. I hope we enjoy those little moments to pause and breathe and feel our body. But I also like the idea that we kind of warm things up, get the circulation, and then use the breath. That's kind of just my way, I suppose, finding things naturally. So next thing we'll do is take the fingers to the shoulders and make some circles of your arm bone in your shoulder socket. And any shoulder issues, then do a small circle, or just imagine that you're doing it. Otherwise, you can increase the range and make it a bigger circle if you feel free and comfortable. And then stop and go the other way, but start small. So if you were circling back, circle forwards. Increase your range of motion if you'd like to. Remember to breathe. I was not breathing as deeply as I could there. Lovely. And then we'll let the arms just dangle a little bit, roll the shoulders up and back and down. Wondrous. Feels so good having my own personal imaginary masseur. I think it's Santa. Okay, so we're kind of loosening up into the shoulders so that we can then lift the arms for our side bend. If there's any reason that your shoulders don't like it, don't do it. Otherwise, fingers to shoulders. Move back into your side bend and reach it up a little with the elbow. Come back into center. Let's do that to the other side. So the space between your armpit and your pelvic crest gets a little bigger. Super, come back to center. Now, if it's okay, reach up the arm if you want to, or stick with the elbow. Come through center. Let's do that to the other side. Opening those ribs. Oh, yes, 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 please. Super, coming back to center. So we'll come back into the comfy armchair with the arms just rested on those lovely padded arms, and push your elbows back, letting your heart lift a little bit, and then reach your arms forward and push like the bra strap line toward the back of the chair. Breath in, elbows back, bosom forward, and then breath out, bosom back, arms forward. Try that a few times. elbows back, shoulder blades kiss. And exhale, shoulder blades wide, wide, wide. Breath in, shoulder blades kiss, elbows back. And then send the shoulders wide. Little chin down there. Beautiful, coming back in towards center. And then again, hands on the comfy armchair and twist your body. From here, you can keep the arms as they are, or you might want to do some reach as you rotate. Are you swiveling on your sit bones? I feel like I'm dancing on my sit bones. So you can move your bottom and even feel that you could move onto your foot. Your back foot could come on the toes a little bit. And we're enjoying breathing, rotating, and a little pelvic floor toning if you're actively moving your bottom. We've got one more each side. Lovely, and we're done with that. Just shake it out a little bit, stamp it out a little bit. And let's connect to the breath for a moment and just see if there was a little mini cardio input there. So hand to the heart, hand to the belly. Can you feel the pulse, your heart rate? Just that little zip of energy coming. I hope. Fantastic. So we're going to wake up down here a little bit. Let's tap our legs, our thighs. And you can use your hands, the flat of the hand, but keep your wrists soft. Or you can use knuckles. So I'm going to do a little of each. It's a different feeling. It allows me to spot little areas where I can feel some tightness there. Then I'm going to be very gentle around the knees, caress around the knees. I think I might send my knees Valentine's cards, actually. I love you, knees. You know, it's true. What would they think if you sent your knee a little, draw a little love heart and I can't say, I love you so dearly, knees. You're the best. Elbows are good too, though, I hear, because let's say you eat your dinner without your elbows. You're going to drink your champagne without your elbows. It's not going to happen. All right, can we see how far we can fold? Feel those lovely shins. Maybe some of you touch your toes. I don't know. Good chance to take a breath. Perhaps release the weight of your head. Breathing into the back body. Ah, if you like a sound. Ah. Ah. Wonderful. Shall we come back up to our seated position? I heard a phrase the other day. I love it. It says that children cry, adults sigh. And I like that. Whenever you make that little sighing sound or letting go, we know we're kind of letting go of the stuff that we've maybe bottled up for a bit. And we feel good and a little more cheerful. So keep that in mind. If you want to make a noise, you make a noise. All right, let's activate the knees a little bit now. So hands onto the legs just to feel what happens when we kick a leg. I can feel a little pulley action. And then we can hold a leg out just for a little while. We can do it. We can do some cross body here too. So if you've got whichever leg is forward, take the opposite arm forward. Yeah, and then cross out and cross over the midline. Take it out. Cross over the midline. Get your two hemispheres of the brain. Get some collaborating. One more. Lovely. Bringing that down. Super. Shall we try that on the other side? So thankfully, we've only got two sides, so we can figure out what that would be. If you want to take the opposite arm out, breathe. And then can you coordinate? Aha, a little out and a little cross. While we're sitting tall and we're breathing, crossing the hemispheres. Lovely, bring it back and down. So that's warming up the knees a little. We'll get down to the feet next. So just 1 foot forward, point your toes and lift your toes. Very simple. We can do this with the opposite wrist. Can it mimic? Ah, I can. Could you also quickly adapt to do the opposite? So if the toes are forward, the fingers are up, and if the toes are up, the fingers are forward. I'm going to try that. And if I can't breathe with it, I'll laugh with it, which is activating my diaphragm. Lovely. And then can we wag back and forth? And you could try the same. You could try opposite. Try both. Oh. And can we circle? Are they going the same way, opposite ways? Can you change it? And breathe. Super. Give it a little stamp. Shake out that same wrist that we've just been doing. Oh my gosh, we got to do that on the other side. Oh no, I have no idea what we did. So you'll just have to make it up yourself. So, okay, all right, I can figure it out. So we just moved the foot a little, and then we said, okay, opposite. Can I take the opposite hand and do the same? Watch your breathing. Is your breathing flowing? So you continue an easy flow of breath while you switch to do the opposite with the hand and the foot. So nothing perturbs you. Nothing. It's easy. Then we can do like a little side to side, like 5. And can you switch to do the opposite? Always watching. Do I hold my breath while I try to switch? And the answer is usually yeah. But awareness is change, right? Circle it. If you're aware of something, you can click the switch and say, try this differently. Try the opposite direction. Lovely. We just multitasked many things, many things. So crossing the hemispheres, doing something with the opposite limbs while warming up our ankles and wrists. Hooray, hooray. So both arms are going to come forward and really pull your fingers up a little bit. So there's a bit of a stretch here. And then fingers down, fingers up, fingers down, fingers up. I'm feeling a good stretch to my forearms, so do that. And if anyone does things like downward dog, it's good to practice that, right? Because this is a lot in downward dog if you go on the floor or even at a wall to really get those fingers back. All right. We're going to try that with the feet. Oh my gosh. Can you do it? I don't know. I have no idea. Wonderful. We're giving it a go. Fantastic. Wave. Like a little wave. And stamp it out, shake it out. Lots of stuff going on there. I hope that was fun for you. It's fun for me because I've tried that before and I like trying things, do it. It's a new challenge in your brain. I think it would be great to do a bit of standing because I wanted to do the coziness today of using another surface to really get some good deep stretches. It's a great way to do double chair yoga. I love to do that with people. So I hope we can do this in the future. If it doesn't work today, I'll try and figure a way around it for you because you can use a strap as well as an option. But it's more relaxing with that one if you can have that. So we're going to practice getting up and down out of the chair. And that might be your excuse to run off and say, I'm going to get my chair. So you don't want to get up. That's okay too, because we can practice the art of digging our heels in. Leverage is important, so get those feet under you, well under you, and just swinging a little back and forth. Are your shoulders relaxed? Are you breathing? Woo. And then those who'd like to get up will get up. Aha, is anyone? Yeah, I'm seeing people getting up. I like that. All right, let's take a breath in, send the arms up to the sky. And exhale the arms down. And can you sit back down again? Smoothly, elegantly, unruffled. Of course you can indeed. And we can try it again if you like. Coming up very gently, easily. Next breath in, let the arms just float up, 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 up. And exhale and back down. And take your butt back in the chair. And gently sitting. Very elegant indeed. We're very elegant. We're going to do that one more time. If you like, we're ready to come up. And next breath in. Follow the flow of the arms. And up we go. This time we're going to hold the right wrist and put it across to the left. I love that stretch. It feels so good. Come back through center. And stretch it across to the other side. Oh, I like it. All right, come through center, release the arms down. So of course, if you need some support with the chair in front of you or be near a wall, that's fine too. This isn't too demanding, but if you feel unsteady, use what you have in your props. Otherwise, take your feet a tiny weeny bit wider, tiny weeny bit, and we'll just practice turning out the feet. So you're pivoting on the heel, swiveling on your heels. We'll swivel out to the left. Why not? So your feet are pointing a little to the left, and come back to that side bend. So the right arm's going to come up, just side bend a little to the left. You can get a little bit more side bend here, a little bit. If you feel unsteady, hold on to something. If the breath's flowing, you should be okay. I'm going to bend the legs a little bit to push the ground away to help me just spring back up. Very nice. I can see a little rebound in you all. Lovely. Shall we try that on the other side? And of course, if you've got that spare chair, you might even want to use the chair as we come up a little bit over. You can always hold on to the chair if you need to, but don't if you don't need to. It's a little nice extra balance challenge. Feel the flow of the breath. Little bend to the legs, push the ground away, spring yourselves back up, and down we go. Lovely. Roll of the shoulders. And it was on my mind today that, you know, as I get older, I feel like I do less lifting of my upper part of the body and back bending up here, which just tend to be more like this. So I thought we'd do a little bit of that today. And it starts like this. Open your arms out. Swing back in, crossbody hug. Open out a little more. Lift your chest a little more. Swing back in, opposite hand over the top. And then swing back as far back as you can, right? You can even bounce here just for a moment. So we try that again. So hug in. Open out just a little. Swing back in. Open out more. Feel your chest lift a little. Swing back in, always crossing the arms opposite. And then can I take those arms back, 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 and maybe lift your chest here a little bit. Okay, swing back in, give yourselves a little embrace, a little Valentine hug. We're not there yet, but soon enough. And then this time we'll see, can I take my arms back and maybe interlace the fingers? As soon as you do that, this is sort of like automatically, you want to lift your heart a little bit. Oh, hello, happy heart. Super. From here, could you bend into your legs a little bit and just lift the heart a little higher and lift the chin? Is it possible? And there's space in the throat, and you could breathe. Wow. One more breath. You've got it. And release the fingers, let it go. Nice to do that, you know, once in a while to stop the caving in from too much digital world. So roll a shoulder, roll the other shoulder, and then see if you can let your spine go with it. So I'm trying not to move my knees too much. Don't let your knees swivel, but keep them shining forward and find your slinky shoulders and spine. Good, good, good. I think we're ready to take that into more of a static pose and breathe into it now. So right arm comes up, goes behind you, turn your head, breathe. Are your eyes able to catch the hand at the back? Follow the flow of breath. Lovely, bring that all the way back. And we'll do that on the other side. So breathing in, flowing the arm behind, follow, follow. Your knees don't twist here. We want the spine and the upper chest to open. Breathe. Wonderful, bringing it all the way back. Let's take that into a mini salutation with side bends and rotations. Oh, and maybe even a little forward fold. So you could use the chair here for your forward fold if you like, or you can have hands onto legs. You'll follow, it's easy, I promise. So breath in, arms float up. Exhale, arms fold down. You can put hands toward the heart, hands toward the legs or towards a chair. Push the earth away, breathe in, come all the way up. Exhale, same thing, folding at the hip joint, hands to the chair or to your legs. Next breath in, coming all the way up, arms reach up. Exhale, take your right wrist and side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, we'll clock twist to the right. Open both wings if you can, but turn your head to look at the hand behind you. Next breath in, we come up to the sky. Exhale, twist that upper body to the left. Inhale, reach it up through center. Exhale, we'll begin to fold. So nice little bend to the legs if you want to. Hands to the thighs or your hands to the chair. And you can explore straighten the back of the knees if you want to. So it's up to you, wherever you want to go. Some of you might reach your toes. I don't know. But we can breathe. Little bend to the legs to push the earth away. Coming all the way up, fingers rise. Interlace your fingers, pointer fingers up. Now, if your arms are tired or you have any shoulder issues, just take the arms lower. But if you can, this is our abdominal workout. Woohoo! We're going to have bikini day tomorrow. So a little bend to the knees and then let your ribs make a nice circle. Oh, we're picking up like a satellite or something. Alien transmission. And maybe the word they're sending is love, peace and love. Shall we take that the other way? Pick up some other helpful transmissions. Fantastic. Woohoo. Shake out the arms a little bit. And it's hard to be miserable when you're shaking your arms up in the air like this. So if you feel those misery moments, you can just do a little dance, make a little noise, shake out a leg if you want to. I don't know. And then release the arms down. Okay, let's make sure I've got plenty of time to give you all of those lovely cozy stretches. So the first one that we can do is using your seat of your chair, or you can use your other chair, whichever you like. We'll take 1 foot forward. It doesn't matter which one, and the other leg is going to be back. Try not to have the legs too much in line, but give a bit of space between the 2 feet, a bit of width. Take a little bend to the legs to begin with and see if you can hinge your way forwards, either to your thigh or to the seat. So you're using the seat as a support to really get a good stretch into the back of the front leg, I feel. Where do you feel it? Then we can use the breath and breathe into where you feel any sense of pull. Opening, opening, opening. Try not to have your back bent to do this, but to keep a, somebody could put a nice teacup on your back if they wish to. You're now a table. And then if you want a little more, the front foot, could you lift the foot from the floor, the toes from the floor, and dig your heel in a bit? You might say no to that. Lovely. We're going to step that back down. Nice and simple. Step up and do the same on the other side. So setting up, you choose the distance of your feet. You can explore that. It'll be different, depending how your feet are. Then you can maybe put your hands on your thighs, bend a little, widen across your bum just to begin with as you come forward. And you may keep that slight bend into your knees, or you might want to start straightening a little bit more. And as soon as I do that, make sure your sitting bone goes back, take it back. And you'll feel that nice stretch to the back of your knee. Stay with it if you can. And breathe. And if you want to pick up your toes, your ball of the foot, dig your heel in, you can explore that as well. All deep breaths. Lovely. Set the foot back down. I'm going to come up and I'm going to arrange my chair. So I've got a chair in front of me. I'm seated on a chair and I've got a chair in front. If you haven't got that arrangement, maybe a strap may do the job. So we can try. So we can sit back down. And one of the stretches I like on the mat, it's another alternative just to be on the mat, is something called like a puppy dog stretch that really opens the shoulders. I rather like that one. So take maybe a little bit wider stance. And when you're ready, you might lift the arms up, float them up, and then fold yourself forwards and see if you can place your hands onto the base of your other chair. So you need to be able to really fold down in a little bit. Let your fingers nice and wide. And then settling the hands. Give some space between your ears and your shoulders. And find your breath. Lovely. You might walk yourself up a little bit so your hands are on the base of the chair and bring one hand more into the center. So as long as you can see me, it doesn't matter which hand, because we'll just do the same on the other side. And then the hand that's not on the chair is going to come and lift and come into a twist here. And you can always slide your hand further down as you open into the twist. Let the arm be wherever is useful to you. Please don't push anything. Let your breath flow. If you can flirt your eyes to see your hand, that would be great. Lovely. Let's return the top hand down. And guess what? We're going to do that on the other side. So with your breath, let your arm open back, peel back. So a lot of rib flexibility, upper spine opening, neck. Not always the same each side. Be aware, use your breath. Good. Let's bring that all the way back and down. Lovely. So give a roll of your shoulders. Just feel that they're comfy and cozy. And then we'll do something a little cozy for the hips. This is where it's really nice to use a chair rather than a strap. I like this personally. So we're going to take one leg. It matters not which one, but just give a little pumping there of bringing your thigh to your belly. And then maybe a gentle circle. Lubricating the joint, you can go the other way. And if we can get that thigh, the knee, closer to the belly, we have a better chance then maybe of putting the foot on the chair. And I'm going to give this leg an absolute kiss and caress. My Valentine leg. Feeling all of the tissues, especially at the back of the knee. You can feel some of the tendons where your hamstrings connect to your lower leg. And let's see if we can sit there now. Of course, you can always have a bit of a bend to this knee if you want to. That's absolutely fine. But could you maybe explore sitting up straight? So nice and lifted up through your spine with the legs straight. So we're being a bit passive, but make sure your low belly isn't sinking back. If you feel you're sinking back, give yourself a little lift up. And you can always rock back and forth like we did at the beginning of the class, like a little rock back and forth. If you don't have the chair, this is where you would normally use the strap. But I'm going to say, what if we sit tall and think of bringing the belly a little closer to the thigh, and then see if you can let the weight of your head relax. And breath. And then we'll sit nice and tall and take a twist. So you're twisting your body toward the leg that is outstretched. Some of you might say, oh, I can reach my foot. Some say, I can barely reach my knee. It's okay. So in your seated twist, following the breath. Lovely. Coming back into center again, just bend the knee and reaching down to whatever you can reach with the lower leg, your foot. So your brain really gets this idea of coziness through the power of touch. Loving and soothing. And I like that. Okay, we can bring that leg down. Hurrah, hurrah. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Nice and simple. First of all, get your hip flexibility by pumping the leg. Give some circles. Getting your synovial fluid sprinkled. Maybe the other direction. And let's see if that's made it a little easier to get your leg onto your chair or a stool. Of course, it could be lower. I'm going a little bit the other way, so this is a little challenging. I'm going from lower to high, but higher to low is probably better. But then feel the leg. You can use the heel of your hand to massage. Tune into the moment by feeling your fabric. Do you feel your muscles and bones underneath? Do you have a loving intention? The loving intention might be take more of a bend into the leg so that you can sit up tall, pop on the crown, and then draw your belly a little more forwards or rock a little back and forwards to see if you can ease your way into a deeper hip fold. Of course, if you want more of a pull down the leg, you can lift your toes, but I don't know if you need more. You decide. Then we can softly relax the head, feel the breath move through your body. Serving your body with a good intention. Right, let's bring ourselves gently back up. And we can fold and again see if we can reach a little further. Say hi to the lovely toes. Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to put socks on you. I'll do that in a bit. Coming back down. So now we'll take a wider straddle, and come back to a nice forward fold stretch with your chair. So can you really get the belly and the thighs? And you can always put a blanket and relax your head on a soft blanket here. So make yourself as comfy as possible. It's kind of a child's pose alike. And a great place to relax and rest your eyes. Your eyes are part of your brain. They are an extension of your brain. So can they just rest into darkness for just a little while? And just be suspended in gravity. Well, the brain doesn't need to think about too much. Just to watch 3, 4, 5 rounds of breath. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I breathe in deeply. Breathing out, I breathe out slowly. Deeply. Slowly. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Easing my body, I breathe out. Aware of my body, I breathe in. Easing my body, I breathe out. You can let the hands find the seat of the chair and push the chair away to bring yourself back up. Lovely. A lot of folding forwards. We're just going to do a little release of that, and I'm probably better on this chair to show you. But if you can turn your body out toward the right and let your left knee hang down while you hold the back of the chair, and get a nice stretch down the front, the hip joint, the groin, the front of the thigh. And if you want to, reach up that arm and give it a little stretch away from your knee. So you're long on that side. Super. Release the arm down. We're going to turn our way to do the same on the other side. Hold the back of the chair. Let the knee extend down and stretch and reach. This is great to do every now and again if you've been sitting folded for very long. And then bringing that all the way back down, coming into your seat. So we're going to rub the hands together and generate some electromagnetic energy. Wow. And you know, you can feel this, those invisible things in nature that we can feel. When you've got that little electricity going, take the hands just about an inch apart. Feel the buzz. And if you move the hands apart, maybe you notice that that disappears. And when you bring the hands together, that magnetism appears and you can stretch it and bring it back together. We're going to give one more gentle little rub and give that to the eyes while we say thank you for our vision. Wouldn't be able to see each other, right? So placing the hands gently on your eyes. And if you want to fold in for this and rest your elbows on your thigh again, you can, or just rest the hands on the eyes. Let your eyes be in darkness and absorb the energy that you just created. With deep and full and easy breaths, breathing in thanks to the eyes, to our brain. And the eyes are like little lilies in lily ponds. Soft and easeful. And then we can start to gently come up. Let your hands rub the sides of your temples. And the eyes can maybe just gently open and take the world in. Let it come to you. Colors and shapes. And then gently find the jaw joint and open, close while you massage your jaw, maybe wiggle. Lovely. And stroking down. And we can stroke down and suddenly the hands find themselves back at the heart. Enjoying the breath. And revisiting our intention. Perhaps revise it if it needs to, and it could be recycled for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. And then we'll take a breath in and let that intention come back up to the sky. And open the arms, maybe twinkle the fingers. And I think our time for today has come. Is that true? It's true. Little shaker. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've had a cozy day with me. Thank you. And enjoy the rest of the day. Look out the window. It's so beautiful and very restful for your eyes to not look at the screens, just to look into the distance. It's so beautiful. So thank you for joining me.